Dude, bro, check it out. We
yeah.
got a guest.
Is this guy
We
dead?
finally look. He can be a permanent if we want.
I think he has to be. I think he's dead. Are you?
Well, yeah, bro. It's like Weekend at Bernie's, man. Like
He's fucking dead, dude.
yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. Of course he's dead. We have to make him like interact with us, like tell it a joke.
Loud dispatch. So like, I like to actually put. I can hear colors. So okay, good.
That's impressive.
Hey, Loud Dispatch, welcome.
Yeah, I was gonna say episode what?
34 or 5?
35.
This is 35. We haven't released 34 yet.
Yeah.
Ah,
Why would you even say that? This is not pre-recorded. You're watching
it's not
it live
either. No, it's not. Everybody knows it's pre-recorded, so we can cut out all the bullshit that you see anyway.
That's disappointing.
Welcome to Loud Dispatch, everybody.
Hi. We have a special guest with us tonight.
Bernie.
Bernie from Big Becky.
Big Becky.
No, Big Jimmy C over here.
Big Jimmy C.
I like long walks on the beach, romantic strolls throughout the neighborhood, and if you wine me and dine me right, I have a girlfriend now.
but we are selling him.
Actually, more recently, somebody sent me a link to a video of an 80s dating set, like video.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 80s, they used to have video cassette tapes that people would make, and they would like send them out to other people. And it'd be
Mark.
it'd be like,
I'm a Taurus.
I'm into this, and this.
I like to show the bulge in my pants.
Bro, like, right? Like,
that would be good.
I mean, like, when you think about it, like, that's what your Facebook and, like, stuff is, like, anymore. Like, it's just all out there.
You remember,
like,
what was it, Mad TV? The
Yeah.
Lowered Expectations? They did
Lowered
the parody on it?
Expectations.
All right. So your weather forecast today for Anchorage, Alaska is 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh,
That's
good to know.
bullshit.
Wind is moving at 8 miles per hour. Humidity is 42%. And precipitation is 0%. That is your Anchorage, Alaska weather report for Wednesday.
Wait. How hot is it?
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Look, have you ever seen
Can I hit
the
Celsius?
population of Alaska? Like, Alaska's enormous.
16.
But, like, it's like just this.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
The only,
Yeah.
like,
There's one town in Alaska that everybody lives in. Other than that,
everyone else is
That's
just filled
it.
with Yetis.
Yeah.
Like, that's where all the Bigfoot
The
are.
indigenous people.
Yeah. There is a whole other race of people that they were like, oh, those people?
Have you seen the movie Mystery Alaska?
No, I have not.
It's fucking great. It's about a. Have you seen it?
Fucking, are you crazy? Yes, I've seen
Okay,
it.
I was gonna say he's not gonna answer the question, is he?
No, I was gonna answer
I
the
enjoyed
question.
it
Yeah.
thoroughly, especially whenever the New York Rangers came and played.
Okay, look.
All right, fuck off, y'all.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I did watch several hours of it. Not on my cord because there was nothing else on.
And he loved it. He loved it. Don't let him lie to you.
I did get kind of invested into it. Like,
It's good. Russell Crowe's in it. And who's the big dude with the weird teeth? He's also in Wolverine movie. He's the Blob.
I don't know, man.
The Blob, never mind then.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Nobody knows who the Blob is.
Restart now. No!
Nobody wants to know who the Blob is.
Good.
Oh, my God.
Woo.
Unbelievable. My computer, it's just like, shout out to HP. While we're on the subject, hey, what's up with our sponsors here, Mark?
Lighter Bro. Use code LOUD, LOUD, at lighterbro.com for 20% off your entire purchase.
Pretty
You will
kick-ass
fucking
items.
love it.
Been using them like regularly.
Yep. It's a great tool to have every day.
Like a pocket knife for
So
lighter.
Jimmy was
Here's what
introduced
got
to
me
them the
interested.
first night.
When I first
time
found Lighter Bro, I was looking for something. I figured I already carry a lighter in my pocket. There's already real estate in my pocket for a lighter.
Right.
Can I get something to wrap around it? Obviously,
That's
you know what
right.
we talk about. Yeah. So like I just thought, oh, maybe there's something out there. I found this company, and I've been hooked ever since. I've had quite a few of them now, giving a bunch away, and we did the giveaway. So also, fatassglass.com. We're not forgetting you guys. Code LOUD, 10% off your entire order. Get your
Cheers.
smoking devices.
Apparati.
Apparati.
Utensils.
Utensils.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
How could you forget?
We recently did, our St. Cannabis Day.
We did.
Episode.
St. Cannabis Day.
St. Cannabis Day. So, maybe next year for St. Cannabis Day, we could talk them into a greater discount if we do like Loud 420 or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, Andrew.
We'll probably need more of you people to listen though before they start doing that.
Absolutely. Before they
At
start
least
giving
subscribe.
a shit about
Give
us.
us the numbers. Hit that like and subscribe on the YouTube. Smash it. Put your dick on it for all I care, as long as it turns to gray.
Look, I mean,
Great dick.
for
Not your
all
dick,
like
the button.
economical purposes, maybe don't smash it because you might, like break something. Like,
I don't know.
Hit it with some kind of aggression, but
I
maybe
won't.
not like Hulk.
Don't
Well, unless you got a good warranty. If you got a good warranty, that throws a whole curveball into the equation.
Yeah,
Cash
so
it in,
don't break your
cash it in.
computer, but hit
If
that
you
like
have
and
a great
subscribe.
warranty,
Give us some love.
I'm not suggesting you do it, but
Hey, I have learned that the
Just
best
saying
way to buy a
destroy
new
it.
car is to destroy your old car.
right.
Can I ask
They give you way more money.
Can I ask you both a question? How many calls a day do you get about your extended car warranty?
At least one.
Well, I was up until I don't know what I did for the gods, but a week ago they just stopped.
Oh, they're not done.
They're not
They're
done.
not done.
They're just
giving it a
working on
break.
the second
Yeah.
wave. Yeah. They're like a
they
plague.
hit the alphabetical order. They're like, oh, under the
Yeah. Did your phone
F
do
to
an
Z.
Did your phone do an update? It was probably like all the potential spam numbers that came up that were like, oh, yep. People were like, yep, that was spam. Yep.
I looked at a website today, and I went and filled in my initial name and stuff. I forget what I was even doing, but I wanted to see
OnlyFans.
something, right? And then I wanted to 3D print something. So I did
Sure
my
did.
first, last name, phone number, email, and it was kind of a work thing. And instantly they're calling me. Like I was like, nah, I don't want to do all this because they wanted more shit. And I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And instantly they're calling me. Like my phone's set to not ring. If I don't know your number, it's not going to ring for
Now,
me.
is
So
it set
leave me
to
a message.
silent or vibrate?
No, it's sent to ignore any call that
Right
I don't
off
know.
the bat.
Right off the, I don't care who you are.
Fucking ignore
It
right
says
off the bat,
silence
bro?
call. It
I,
comes
like,
up. It
stare
says
at it.
silence call.
Oh,
Yeah.
you hit the fuck you button.
No, it automatically fucks them.
Oh, it automatically. It's an automatic
it's a sex
fucker.
toy. It's a phone sex
Jimmy,
toy.
what do you think about automatic fucker as a band name?
automatic fucker. I
Wait.
mean,
Ooh.
I'd buy a ticket.
Automatic fucker.
What do you think about Pull Start Penis?
Yeah.
But as
As a band name.
Band name.
Yeah.
Quick, quick. If you heard that band name, what would you think?
I'd be like, I wonder how many flicks they've done.
Pull Start Penis. Or also Erectile Death. That's the other
Erectile
one.
death.
Erectile
I like
Death.
that one.
ED. You know.
Would you go to that show?
Erectile death. I think I would. Actually,
What if
to
it
be
was
honest,
a, what if it was a
feel like
jazz
would-
band?
I feel like that sounds actually appropriate to what I'm about to say because I feel like if I walked in there, I'd be like with a bunch of like 40 60-year-olds.
It's an underground jazz band.
I'd be like, so you guys are here because you thought these are friends of mine, but I know what's going on.
No joke.
You thought it was an ED conference. It's a metal concert, you old fuck.
It's like, seriously, there's a medical clinic like right down there. Check one of the.
It's a tiny blue pill for
Erectile
only
death.
$5 a pill.
That would be great.
Oh my god, I can't even believe it. Like, anyway. So, Jimmy, with that being said, we have a list of questions that
ready
we'd
for
like to
questions.
ask you.
Question time.
Because you are from Pittsburgh, am I correct?
yeah.
You were born and raised here.
Absolutely.
In this
Excuse
412
me.
general area.
Yes.
Okay. What's the most Pittsburgh thing you do that you acknowledge is a Pittsburgh thing and you do it anyway?
That's. I've actually had discussions with people because I talk to people all over the globe from the gaming industry, if you will.
Yes, yes.
The hard thing is that I don't exactly know what a Pittsburgh thing is because I live here. So
That
like,
right
that's-
there
yeah,
was it.
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
so
Pittsburgh.
That's
That's
a good one.
That's a
Okay.
Pittsburgh thing.
So I know yins is something, but like I know like if I say to somebody that I'm gonna read up and I'll be over, or I'm gonna read up and I'll hop on.
Sure.
They have no idea what the fuck I'm
do
saying.
you actually
to
say
them.
red up?
Yeah. I do.
Where were you? Were you like city kid?
No, I was born right on the outskirts of Duquesne. I mean.
Oh,
people-
city kid.
people
Yeah,
know
you're city kid
that.
then. You're actually in the city limits,
So
like we are right now too.
or like if I'm gonna vacuum, I don't think I've ever said I'm gonna vacuum the carpet. I'm gonna sweep the rug.
I'm gonna run the sweeper.
Yeah, I'm
Sweep
gonna-
the rug. Yep.
There's a lot of things. So I don't know exactly what a Pittsburgh thing is. I mean, I could say
But
things
there's
that
also
I do.
things like do
Right.
you put ketchup on your eggs? I think that is
I
might
don't,
not be
I
a
don't do them on the
Pittsburgh thing, but
eggs, but the scrambled eggs.
scrambled eggs. Yes, yeah, same.
Scrambled eggs. Yeah,
Scrambled
yeah,
eggs. Now
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's Pittsburgh, but that's kind of stuff like there are things like that. Like
I know jumbo. That's I know it's a
See, I don't call it jumbo.
Hold up,
Bologna?
What?
Yeah,
bologna
it's
kind of guy.
bologna, yeah.
Right.
What ketchup do you use?
I mean, that's Heinz all day.
Did you
That's what I'm saying,
What are you
right?
thinking?
Right there.
I need to find the meme about how this guy divorced his wife because she was a cheap cunt who ordered Hunt's.
Oh, you can't have that fancy sauce up in your shit, bro.
Look, you don't go with the Hunts.
No,
You
Christ,
never
no.
go with the Hunts,
I
right?
can't even tell whenever they just give you like the generic like red bottle of ketchup.
You can just tell.
And like as soon as you pour it in, you taste you're like this is Hunt's.
Yep.
It's like you don't want to represent.
This is fancy sauce, not ketchup.
I'm not gonna. So for any listeners that are outside of the Pittsburgh limits, there was actually a big debate this summer because Pittsburgh's amusement park Kennywood was going to. This was this summer or last summer was going to change their ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
From Heinz to Hunt's because it was cheaper.
That's gonna cause riots.
It almost did. They almost like lost their business because of it. They changed.
I mean,
Swear to
within
God.
a month they went back to Heinz.
Like
Wise business decision.
Yeah. Cut our losses. Move on.
Sincerely.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're that crazy about fucking ketchup. Like, yo, Pittsburghers or some shit. Like, I'm not even
So,
playing with. Like, I
here's
know
a-
every place is, but like,
Here's a Pittsburgh thing for me. I only wear my Steelers jerseys during the season, and I wear them in a way that like I have to wear it on Friday for the last day of the week, dress down day, and then I have to wear it Sunday for the game. And if they lose, I take it off right away. If they win, I wear it for the rest of the day. And I do not wash my jersey for the entire season.
no, you can't wash.
And I have done it in past jerseys. I have not washed a jersey until they won a Super Bowl.
They still have the yellow stains.
So,
Yeah, well, no, I have black jerseys, so
Mark,
everything I buy is black
yellow
jerseys.
stains, I'm concerned.
No, the white letters, though, the white numbers are so fucking brown now. But I have done that with other jerseys. I wore a jersey for almost a decade, waiting for them to win a Super Bowl, and I did not wash it. Now, it was a cheap jersey. It didn't hold the scent like the new ones, like the good ones.
Speaking of winning the Super Bowl, my dad, he would always talk about how he wanted to film a season from like beginning to end. And I can't remember if he was including preseason or not. I don't think he was, but he might have.
right.
But he always talked about it. In the last year that Bettis was with us and he got the Super Bowl, the 1 year my dad did it, literally, the 1 year he did it was
Tell
got
him
everything.
he's got to record another fucking season.
He's
now.
got everything.
We need a Super Bowl.
Beautiful.
So it's such. I just find it hilarious. He always talk about it. And 1 year he actually did it. He's got every game of us leading up to the Super. It was in Detroit. I remember
Yeah,
that.
that was a great game. Super Bowl
Super
40.
40.
It was
Yeah.
40.
Wait a second.
I have
wait
a jersey that's Super Bowl 40 patch, but it's Jack Lambert, and it's a modern jersey with Jack Lambert's name and number on it. It was like an eBay floof or whatever.
Can I interject because that actually plays into my second question?
Ooh.
All right, let's get it.
Name one Pittsburgh thing that you
Segue.
didn't realize was a Pittsburgh thing. As you can tell, wearing a Steelers jersey
give
in
me-
a certain manner,
Right,
I
let me-
guess
let me,
qualifies for it. But like, go ahead. If you need some time to think, we'll do.
I
some
might
music.
need because the reason why I'm thinking here is I was saying I was just talking to buddies about this. Buddies that live in Chicago. Another one lives over in
Sure.
North Carolina.
Right.
And we were all just talking about things. And I'm trying to think because we pointed out a few things that, but I just don't. Again, I just don't think about it. And whenever I say it, because you know immediately whenever you say you do something like
Yeah.
the crowd gets silent.
Right.
And I'm like, you guys don't do that, like
No?
onions.
No?
No.
So I wear my terrible towel as a loincloth.
This is respect. But this is okay. So I was with my girl who's from New York, is where she's originally from.
Okay.
Like, when she gets like real pissed, you'll hear the New York come out.
Bro, yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so we were going to a birthday party, a child's party together.
Right.
And I said something to somebody, and she kept repeating it back to me like I was like the dumbest person on the planet. I seen two people I knew that I grew up with in school, and they ended up marrying each other. Great story. Not for this time.
Yeah.
But I hit him with a how yins. And she looked at me so weird. She's like, "How yins? How yins?" And I was like, "Yeah, how yins?" And she was just like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "How yins?"
Yins want to fight?
Yeah, it's like,
You know what I mean?
It's
like, I feel like
so
it's-
far out of context.
But it's like after she says it to me, and I
Drop
think
her.
about it. I'm like,
Drop
that doesn't
her,
make
dude.
any sense when you like how yins.
Hey.
Like, yeah, seriously, what am I saying? How yins?
Out the door. Got it. Cut it.
No,
she's
keep,
right.
You
She's
keep
right.
this one here.
All right.
This is the.
I mean,
she's right because it can be interpreted in many ways.
Yins is fucking stupid, but it's ours.
You know what though? It's okay because that's a Pittsburgher in you coming
Well,
out.
also too is you can tell like the age of a Pittsburgher by like the way they say it. Like some will say Ewins.
Yeah,
Ewins.
Ewins.
Oh, it's not Ewins.
Yeah.
It's Yins.
Yins.
Yeah, so
Yins makes more sense than Ewins.
So you can hear like the progression of the slang, if you will.
You can hear it from like
vernacular.
It started as Ewins, like
right.
I don't even know where ins comes from, but it hey, you guys,
but
Ewins, Yins.
That's
it's the more lazy we get as a generation. Go on, it's Yins. Sooner or later, it's gonna be like, what are you doing?
I think it's more of like a southern accent, like we've said before, like kind of rolling into like
for instance,
just slower. Like we're just like dumber. We're just like, how yins doing? We like to work on shit.
Like how you're talking about like getting dumber. I until I've realized it, I don't think I've ever actually said the word or unless I've like paid attention to actually saying or. Do you want to do this or that?
Or that.
This or that.
Or dat.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
It took me like because somebody said it. Somebody, it's usually again like somebody pointing out to me like, "Hey, you talk like a moron." Like, well, I mean, out of work.
Repeat this question for me.
Right.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, Mark's question.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, never mind.
No, ask the question.
I didn't mean ask me. I mean it's you. No. So it's the Pittsburgh thing that gets me. Like, I hear that and I'm like, I know it's home. It's like, yep, those are my people. But at the same time, it's like, there's no X in Pittsburgh. You know.
So one thing I've noticed with people that aren't from around here, when you tell them about our steel mills.
Oh yeah.
They're literally lined all up and down the river.
Yeah. We have 3 rivers and they're all filled with fucking
clubs.
rundown strip clubs. No, that's the strip.
That's the strip district.
Yeah, the red light district. No, all 3 rivers are lined with rusted, what used to be steel mills. Yeah,
like people will talk about like Bethlehem, PA, about being talking about how they're like such a steel producer. I'm like, you mean the tiny thing I drove past?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you think that's like
fun fact. Well, I'm going to state a Pittsburgh fact that we haven't done in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Right. Brownsville and Pittsburgh were sister cities when they were built. Brownsville and Pittsburgh. And Brownsville was expected to be the major city, not Pittsburgh. And so, now, those of you from the area, Brownsville's a shithole of a fucking town. I'm sorry. If you're from Brownsville, I'm sorry, but you probably agree.
Yeah.
The parties
it's
are
a
bangers
shithole.
there, though. Let me just stress.
What's that?
The parties are bangers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, it's like going to the country. You ever go to a barn party with a bunch of Amish people? It is the best party I've ever been to.
Now being like 34 years old, you want to catch me around a bunch of juvenile delinquents. You know,
Yeah.
At the time when I was like 16, 17, like bangers.
Right.
You guys were adopted the party. I was born into the party. It molded me.
I went.
What are you talking about, bro?
The party,
bro.
I was trying to do a Bane thing, like when he says you had merely adopted the dark. I was born into it. Yeah. Right, so all right, fuck y'all.
Listen,
that didn't work. Cut that. That's getting cut out. Fuck y'all.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm way too lazy to do that. It's staying in. So's the gap between the intro.
Before we get to our first news story, because Mark has several that I've sent him.
Oh, news stories.
Did you forget about the news?
Oh, we're not there yet. No, I got one pulled up.
So Jimmy, we constantly go through news stories and we try to find some interesting.
I no matter what news story you bring up, I've either probably seen a headline for it or have read the article because I'm very heavily involved in the news.
I have seen a headline.
All types of news.
I believe that. So go ahead with the first one. What's the first?
All right, beep, 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 beep. Breaking news from 2021, 5/17/2021. Not really breaking.
Not too much, but yeah.
No.
Discovery about naked giant carved into English hillside arouses scientists. Nice choice of words. Punny. Okay.
There.
Little was known about the well-endowed Cern Abbas giant in England until now. Unraveling the mystery behind a very erect giant carved into a hillside has been hard.
Plug in erectile death.
This whole thing is filled with puns. Erectile death. It has been hard. But a recent discovery is hopefully leading scientists closer to the naked truth.
Now, wait a second.
This is the Huffington Post. Yes, okay.
Hold up. Is there a picture of it?
Yeah.
Show the picture to Jimmy and just...
He's got a big penis.
It's like okay, so that's like up on the rib cage.
No, it starts down it though, but it goes. It's literally past the navel. It would go past your belly button.
If you're resting, if the head's resting on the sternum, like you got no worries in the bedroom. That's all I'm saying.
So this thing is so well endowed. First of all, he's got to be laying on his back because it's flipped up, right? And I don't know. I mean, we're probably talking like a 13-foot hard on here.
Caveman on it. Like he's got a cock and shit. He's
hard. He needs to fuck something.
Like, I feel like I'm watching like a Neanderthal version of some kind of Cialis commercial.
Cro-Magnon man.
Yeah.
You want to bring a mate back to your cave tonight?
For the caveman and all of us.
Spread your seed.
How many children do you have? Like,
God, I wonder how many more puns we can get in this thing.
Oh my god, dude, but it's so fucking funny. Like, it's so ridiculous when you think about it.
It's in Dorset, England. It's called the Cerne Abyss Giant.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if you could Google image it.
Well, you can. I bet you can. You have to look. It's in.
Send me them coordinates.
It's in the chalk hillside above Cerne Abyss in Dorset, England.
That's just like you know, like okay. Talking about like a dick pic like that, you know what? Your dick pic game would have to be so on point, dude. If you actually send somebody a latitude and longitude coordinates and you land in the backyard, and then again, props. If you got the head on the sternum, like
man, if you knew when the fucking satellite was coming overhead for Google Images, man, that would be awesome.
Perfect.
Like, I actually wouldn't be upset if somebody like sent me a latitude and longitude coordinates of their dick. I'd be like, props, to be honest.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Well done.
Yeah, it's like,
do you ever see the Google? There's like, if you look at Google Maps, like
with the car,
yeah, where people are fucking. Like,
see, I mean, impressive, yes, but not nearly as impressive.
No,
as climbing up the satellite.
No, true.
If you're giving somebody pinpoint latitude and longitude directions to your dick, you're a legend.
So I want to say this. Yeah. Wait, I want to read this. So it says,
just come over. Like, what's up?
Like,
where's that at? Hang on.
Some Xbox or PlayStation?
Are we doing something with
the end of this paragraph? It says basically, it's big, it's holding a club, and it's got a phenomenal phallus.
And I don't argue with any.
No, that's a hell of a dick, man.
It's all true statements. We'll post this link.
I'm gonna see if there's anything else. There's even a theory, carved body, ancient giants. So nobody fucking knows where it came from. It's carved into the ground. Look at that. That's the close-up of the balls right there.
No, dude. They're
fuzzy.
You have to pay extra for that.
It was like older than they thought it was.
It says prehistoric.
Prehistoric.
Well, that's where the club comes from, obviously.
Like, is it because all the oxygen in the air? Is that why the head's on the sternum?
What they're saying is that this guy's got a raging hard-on, and he's looking... I bet you if you looked underneath the grass, there's probably a woman running.
It's just like a warrior with a club, standing there with an erect penis.
So, to be honest, if we were out for like a hike, boys, and somebody came out with an erect, raging boner and a club in their hand, I'm running.
Yeah, especially if it's touching, especially if it's touching your sternum, bro.
Yeah, it's like seriously, if you're coming at me with a 2-footer, and I'm not talking about the club, I'm scared.
Well, so let me say this though. Do you guys know what fuck?
I do know. Yes.
God damn it! Where'd that go?
All kinds of them. All kinds of fucks.
None fucks.
No. God damn it.
Yeah.
God. Oh, that song is great though. You ever hear that guy in that suit store singing that song, and he's like, "I have no more fucks left to give."
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
We'll show it to you. We'll bring it up.
Have you ever heard the enormous penis song? Because that would go great with that graphic of the Neanderthal.
That would be great.
No. Take a look at my enormous.
Oh! I know what I want to say. Wait. Right. Do you know what a haka is? Have you ever heard of a haka? It's Polynesian or
yeah, I know.
New Zealand. Like it was a pre-war dance.
The dance.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So traditionally, that is done pantsless with raging hard-ons. Just so you guys know, that's how they would do that right before they went into battle. They would stare at the enemy with raging hard-ons and fucking chant aggressively and like smack their bodies and stuff.
If I was the enemy, I'd be, look,
I'd be like, all right, guys.
I don't know about you, but I think we need to go back and get the ladies.
No, I'd be like, I don't know about you guys, but you can have it.
Yeah.
Do not touch me with that thing.
I don't really want any of it.
It's
anymore.
like I don't know if it's relevant, but I don't want that smoke.
I don't want that smoke. All right.
So with that being said,
Big
next
penis, Big Becky.
question. Next question. Do yins have an accent?
Oh, I've definitely been pointing out that I definitely have an accent.
You say Pittsburgh, you have an accent.
Yeah.
That's a big.
Yeah.
I've had it to where I was in a meeting in Chicago, and we were all like a bunch of us going out, and before we went out, we were asking like where everybody was from, and I hit them I was like, I'm from Pittsburgh, and they're like, where? It's like like Pittsburgh, the city is like, we got like the Penguins, the Pirates. They're like, oh,
We're the nation.
Pittsburgh. They're like, I thought you were from out of this country. Like, why the fuck would you think I'm from?
No, you should have said Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. You know what I mean? Just make up something. I'm from Pittsburgh, Nevada.
Well, there's a Pittsburgh with
There's a couple of them
without the H in.
There's
in
2 or 3
California,
without the H. Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
I think Illinois has one. But yeah, no, I would have said Pittsburgh, Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada.
You never heard of it? What kind of fucking wretched ass school did you go to?
Epicenter of trade.
I'm from Climax, PA, actually, but you got to go through Intercourse, PA, to get to Climax.
Yeah.
Which any of you that know what I'm talking about, they are real places. You literally have to go through Intercourse, PA, to get to Climax.
Welcome to Pennsylvania. We have nothing better to do.
We have some cool ass town. There's Weedville.
Weedville, yeah.
That's on the way up to Brandon's camp.
I feel like I would never buy a house there. I'd be just.
I want to steal the sign. I want the fucking sign.
Yeah. No,
So if I ever get the sign, it is ending up back here. Just so you guys know.
Weedville. So
Welcome to Weedville Borough.
When he drives up to Weedville and steals their one and only sign,
that's somehow mysteriously here. He's pleading the fifth.
I'll tape a 20.
37th follower on YouTube is going to be I'll be like,
I'll tape a 20 to the fucking pole. I just want the sign. I just want the sign. They can have the 20. I don't care.
Wait. So do I have to go in the fridge, or can I steal that Heineken?
No.
Oh, you got to go in the fridge, man. you ain't touching my Heine.
All right, we'll pause it.
Pause it.
Pause for the call. We're back.
Hey! I still touch his ass.
Did anybody notice that the dead guy's alive again? Just want to point that out.
Just
25 minutes into this bitch.
If you didn't know. We're going to kickstart this off with a question to you, Jimmy.
Okay, I'm ready for it. I cracked the beer. Is that audible choice?
Yes.
Actually, no, it is not.
What is
your favorite thing about Pittsburgh?
False.
My favorite thing about Pittsburgh. See, I'm a huge Steeler fan.
Yeah.
I love the Steelers.
Bleed black gold.
And that's the thing that I like is it doesn't matter if the team is 0-16. I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna bitch about them, but boys are packing that stadium still.
Oh yeah, fucking right.
Every day, you're still paying so much money for.
Not only that, if you go anywhere, pretty much any big city has a Pittsburgh bar, and you walk in there. I mean, other than
they have Pittsburgh bars too. I'm sorry, I gotta keep saying that. It's one of those things that.
But it feels like you're at like a hometown type sports bar. Now,
all the time.
Quite granted, they overdo it a little bit because they're really trying to smash Pittsburgh down your...
Dude, say it how you want to say it. I'm cool with it.
But
I just, every time I hear it, I got to comment on it.
Pretty much one of my daughters that I inherited, she fucks me up with it all the time. Anytime I say it, she's like, Pittsburgh.
Where the fuck is Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Or like they like to say y'all a lot.
Y'all.
And I say yins. And whenever I say it again, the oldest, she always hits me with, she's like, what does he mean yins? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm like, you wins, like...
You wins.
Like, you yins.
It's
guys.
you youngins.
These people.
Maybe that's what it was.
Guys.
You youngins. Youins. Hey, maybe the old people said it to the young people. Said, hey, Ewan's guys over there.
Yeah, Ewan's to
Yins. Look, whatever it is.
So, Pittsburgh was founded from Polish people, Italian people, Germans, a lot of Germans actually. It's a whole bunch of people that couldn't speak English and Dutch.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people that couldn't speak English. We're gonna have some fucked up words.
Yeah.
I like when people say Gin Eagle. I'm going down Gin Eagle.
Gin Eagle.
See, that's the other thing. Like some of our meats, like chipped ham.
Chipped ham.
Oh,
a lot of people don't. You would know it as chopped ham.
Because a lot of people will even say, but it's like you don't understand. No, you don't get it. All right.
Yeah.
You ever had a chipped ham, like a fried chipped ham sandwich?
Oh.
That will fuck you up. All right.
Did you ever do ham barbecue? Mom ever do ham barbecue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
His mom didn't do ham.
Chipped ham, baby. Chipped ham.
Yo.
Yeah, with a little bit of Heinz ketchup.
What's another one? water fountain. You used to drink from the water fountain, right?
All the time.
Very few people say that. It's actually it's got another
water
term.
cannon?
No, it's water.
Well,
Water
they're wrong.
machine?
Drinking fountain, maybe.
Well, that's incorrect.
Yeah, it's a water fountain. Another one is
drinking from the spigot.
sneakers. Is not some pennies.
Oh, pop.
Pop. Yeah, pop is something.
That's another one.
You drink
Pop,
soda.
pop.
We drink pop.
Pop.
Oh, you still
Like,
call
what's
something that's
your-
a rug that's even clearly a carpet?
But like,
A rug.
in all
Yeah.
honesty,
Yep.
though, what is your
down on the
favorite
rug.
thing about Pittsburgh?
Favorite thing about Pittsburgh?
Like your favorite thing about living in Pittsburgh?
Look, I do like it. Not necessarily the regatta because there's way too many people there, but
you got a regatta.
I mean, I still go there. but
the Arts Fest is better.
Whenever there's just like whenever you're down at the point and there's like fireworks going off, there's people out in the boat.
When there's an activity at the point.
Yeah, and it's not like a bunch of just drunk people. It's actual like you see families there.
The Arts Fest is when to go.
Oh, the
That's
Arts Fest
best
is good.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
also going down to like Market Square too.
Oh yeah, Market Square.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Strip?
a place that I like to go to. It's a Mexican restaurant in the Station Square.
What's it called?
Well, no, not Station Square.
In the Strip.
It's Las Vegas.
Market Square.
I'm trying to think. Maybe it is Market Square. Las Vegas.
I don't know the
But
restaurant.
anyway, the worst service you'll ever have. I have to stress this. The worst service you ever get in your entire life, but some of the best food you'll ever have in your entire
You
life.
mean in Old Mexico? Fuck, sorry guys.
I've ate there. There's a Emiliano's is down, but I haven't.
They're good.
I haven't ate there though. I do want to try there.
Favorite
Yeah.
favorite place in the city is probably the South Side for me. Just
I
a lot
always
of
reference
memories.
that.
A lot of memories. You know.
Well, where else can you? I mean, granted, I haven't traveled over the world, but where else can you find so many unique bars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
One
literally
after the
like 20
another.
blocks of like. There's at least a bar a block on each
there's
side.
more than that. There's way more than that.
You might want to wait an hour on that restart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's true, dude.
So, favorite thing about Pittsburgh? It's not the areas though.
Not only that, like even still, it's like I a lot of people, a lot of Stiller fans that I know like to listen to like Tunch and
Tunch.
like
Poor
Myron.
Tunch, hey.
I mean Tunch. I
I
love Tunch.
know Tunch personally. I
Bill
grew up
Holbrook
with his
is-
friends.
sure,
or his
he's
kids.
hilarious.
No, I do. I grew up with his kids, Tanner and I forget the other one.
But like even still, like Myron is still so embedded in the city.
Oi.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yoy and
Like,
double yoy.
you respect that towel, man. Like there's gonna be some bad things.
So, but with the towel,
That's a flag. in
I have a
Steeler
belief
Nation.
with the towel. As a Pittsburgher, you need to use it as a towel. That's the difference between us and every other city. So it is a sacred thing to us, but it is also a tool. Blood gets cleaned up with a terrible towel. Beer, booze, maybe a little bit of vomit. Who knows?
basically the condiments for the party that spilled over
yes.
from Frank getting too tanked.
You use it as a
Frank,
towel
good,
still,
Frank.
and then you still bring it to the game and wave it
Wave that
dirty as
son of a
fuck.
bitch.
It's spitting beer out everywhere as you're waving it.
If you
blood,
notice, other teams
that's how
have
we
towels.
roll.
It's like
It's
no,
crystal white
No.
That's
or
okay.
yeah, fuck you guys.
yeah. Honestly, fuck
And
you
the
guys.
difference is you're gonna put that in a drawer somewhere and fuck off with it. Ours is hanging over a chair and used to clean up baby puke. You
All
know,
the
like
time.
it's a
All the
towel.
time.
It's our towel. Fuck
Spirit
off.
of Coke lives in that towel.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark, why don't you get at us with another story?
Do you want a news? Beep, beep,
I only
beep,
have
beep,
one more
beep, beep,
question.
beep, beep, beep.
Like-
Breaking news. Actually,
Breaking news.
It's another Huffington Post, so get ready for a lot of puns.
Yay.
The cannabis industry would like you to stop using these pot slang words. Fuck off.
Now wait a second. So you're telling me that the cannabis industry wants us to stop calling it like different slang
Is this more
terms?
cancel culture?
I
No.
think so.
I don't want to get political.
Jimmy,
with
what
it.
do you think? It's not. This isn't political. What
It
do you
actually
think?
gets a little bit, but
It is a
I
little
did
bit.
read this one. I didn't read the others. All right. So many insiders believe marijuana is a term with racist
Many.
roots, which it is.
Technically speaking, yes.
While others
Alright.
aren't so high on calling it weed. But 420 will give us time to contemplate.
Let's contemplate.
We're contemplating.
Contemplate.
Planning
We're
on getting
thinking.
some pot to celebrate 420, which was over a month ago now. The
Yeah,
cannabis
and
industry
still
is
breaking
fully down with that, but the many insiders have a special request. Don't refer to it as marijuana.
Don't you?
Marijuana!
Don't call it that.
Wrong.
Although that's been the most popular name of the plant for a century, cannabis insiders, including Daniel Maida Hayden of extractionearring.com, an Oregon-based pot brand, thinks it should be dumped. Any term applied to cannabis other than cannabis is negligent and abusive behavior that we abhor. Fuck you. Hayden said the term marijuana is a Mexican slur, although it is tolerated when combined with the word medical for specific purposes, medical marijuana. The term marijuana originated from Mexican Spanish, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, but it was used by racist politicians who first criminalized cannabis, precisely because they wanted to underscore that it was a Latino, particularly Mexican vice. So first of all, I want to step back and say, remember when we told you that the only reason it's illegal is because the government wanted to villainize the Mexicans? There you go. So fuck off.
Also, companies had a big...
Well, that's why it stayed illegal. A lot of industries lobbied against it afterwards because it could replace tons of industries very easily, especially because it grows. What you can get like 3 crops a year out of one group. So the term. Oh, we already read that. So basically, that's why marijuana is bad.
That's basically marijuana.
The name marijuana. Marijuana is weed is not bad. So basically, like they don't want you to call it weed. I remember reading this.
Then what you calling it, like pot, like or something like that, like
yeah, cannabis is something that's acceptable. My father calls it reefer, and even now that occasionally still makes. I love the term reefer.
I get that.
I love Mary Jane.
Yeah, Mary Jane.
I've heard a lot of things.
I have too.
Somehow, even when you hear it as a new slang word, immediately when it's said, you're like, yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
Totally get it. Yeah.
Wait a second.
The devil's lettuce is great.
That actually brings up a good point. Can you throw me out some of the stranger things you've heard it being called? And I'm going to pose this question to you too, Mark. But Jimmy, you're on the spotlight.
Give me a second. Let me think.
How about jazz cabbage?
Jazz.
I mean,
that was in Reefer Madness.
Oh,
I don't know how much boom chief's been tossed around, but me and my brother say boom chief all the time.
Boom. Well, chief. So the act of smoking is chiefing. That's how we use it.
Yeah.
You want to chief this?
Yeah. Trying to chief it.
I've always loved the devil's lettuce and reefer. But like, so I got to be honest. Most of the time, it's like, hey, you want to smoke a bowl? You want to smoke a joint? You want to hit this bong? You want to take a dab?
I just call it
I don't even really use terms like, hey, you want to go smoke some marijuana?
Yeah.
Let's go hit this reefer. I got some green. Yeah, green is like the main thing.
If somebody comes up to me and says like, "Hey man, you want to smoke some marijuana?"
Yeah, I'm like, you're a cop.
I'm like, no, I don't.
Hey, you're a cop. Fuck off. I had a guy. I'll tell you this story.
But if somebody comes up to me and say, like, yo, you want to hit this loud? Like maybe a little bit more
loud,
credible.
blunt. You almost call it by what you're using it to smoke it, or green is a big one.
I hear about bowl, like you were saying.
Bowl, yeah.
Like,
you want to go smoke a blunt?
You want to take this?
You don't say what's in it. You just kind of know,
right? Unless you don't know, and then you hit it, and like you have these weird ass.
Everything turns red.
Actually, for the final question is normally like do your best Pittsburgh accent, but I feel like you've already done that for us, so there's really
constant.
It's just me talking.
It's just
it's just him talking. So with this, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, wait, real quick before you do. I've noticed the more excited I get, the less the accent happens.
It's
still there.
It's
Interesting.
Right. But all right.
It's almost like singing, like when a British person sings, like
they lose their accent.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So I have noticed that.
But I feel like I like this question more than asking you.
Before the question, hang on. Other things that you would call pot by is what type it is? Swag, middies, nugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hydro. So like by the type it is, and for those of you that don't know, all weed starts off as really good weed. The further it travels and the tighter it's packed, the worse off it gets because heat starts to burn it down. Yeah. When you get when you're like 14 and you get your first bag of weed, it is brown. It's mostly seeds and stems, and it's called swag. And it is the lowest grade shit, and that's what when all of our parents are like, oh, the shit we had in the '70s. No, you can go fuck off. That was swag, all of it.
Yeah.
Unless you grew it, that was swag. Middies is the stuff that's grown somewhat closer to, basically not in Mexico, and it gets to us a little faster. It is green, but it's still bricked, so it's very tight and smashed.
It still might be
still seedy.
Picked a little early too as well.
Picked a little early. It's seedy. It's not grown. Like you can grow it without seeds if you want to.
It's kind of like,
and then there's
and
nugs.
it's literally them like not caring. Like this is like I don't care about this.
Get the weed out, get the money.
Yeah,
that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
And then there's
what
we like or use. None of that other shit anymore. Is nugs, hydroponic. You just call it funk. I know, people in Washington County will call funk
instance,
medical grade, but it's good, pure bud grown locally, and it's well taken care of, manicured, picked right. It's grown. It's grown for a reason. It actually has a purpose to it. So we also refer to if somebody says, "Hey, you want to smoke this weed?" I'm kind of like, "What kind?" But somebody says like, "Hey, I got a joint of middies." I'm like, "All right, fine."
I used to come to the assumption that it was always good, and that was a terrible thing to do.
I bought an ounce of pot once for $40 as a kid. Can you imagine what color this was? See this beer bottle? It was very close to that color. I don't even know if it was weed.
Wait. Have either of you guys ever purchased weed and got it in newspaper?
I've gotten some things. I've gotten in newspaper. I've gotten in a Dorito bag.
Cigarette cellophane is like the worst.
I've gotten in a Dorito bag.
Well,
I've gotten
cellophane's pretty standard for me, but I mean, I've got it in packs of cigarettes.
Dorito bag?
A Dorito bag.
I would not even accept it.
I've gotten.
Yeah.
That's what you say now.
I'd be like, here, put it in my hand.
Wait until you're 16 again. Yeah. Yeah. I've literally gotten it just given in the hand before.
Open up my cheek and stuff it in the pocket in my cheek like a squirrel.
I've gotten it in the corner of like Dollar General bags.
Oh yeah, the corner baggie. That's definitely. So you know why that was created?
No.
Can I? So this is not.
Before you divulge,
go ahead.
You know what staples come in? I've gotten inside
in the staple container, the box. I've seen other stuff rolled up in newspaper. The corner baggie actually has a reason.
Go on.
All right. And it stems from lower class neighborhoods where lots of drug use happens and lots of police activity is.
No kidding.
You can very quickly and and get some distance on it. Throw a balled up corner of a bag, right? Whether it's small and coke or whether it's large and weed, you can chuck it and it'll go further than a bag that's rolled.
That's how you know you're from the hood.
Yes,
you get some dynamics.
That's what I'm trying to say. Politically correct, motherfucker. It's a hood thing.
Speaking of which, there was this time where I may or may not have been pulled over by Drug Allegheny County Task Force.
I've been there. Yep.
Okay. So anyway. They may or may not have found a corner of a bag inside of my car, right?
That's just empty though, right?
Yeah, empty, right?
It was the other corner.
well, what you know what I did is I turned that around so I could put the last
yes.
So anyway, my man comes out, and I wish I could remember, and I can't because it was such a high stress situation. I was in front of my parents' house.
I've been there, yep.
But he said the wildest term I've ever heard in my life for the corner of a bag, and as he's yelling at me, I almost wanted to stop, be like, wait, dude, hey,
say that again.
Do you got a problem?
Is there an issue here?
No, it's no, seriously, do you have a problem?
Because he knew the name,
Yeah, he said the wildest shit I've ever heard.
There's names for it, but basically it's because you can throw it farther.
But that's hilarious.
And that's exactly why it's done. It's actually
really funny.
It's because I was about to show you. Most people that I've grown up with roll it from the bottom up, and you roll it up, and depending on what kind of bag, you might lick it and stick it or something. But
lick it and stick.
Lick and stick.
But in the ghetto, you would roll it, you would twist the corner, and then you would tie a knot and tear it off. And that's a big part of that is because you can just chuck it, and it'll go a lot further. It'll go a lot further.
Listen to me. We're down. It was a taste storm. It's coming in. Here comes the 5-0. So I was in what was referred to as the ghetto at the time.
The ghetto.
I grabbed this motherfucker and I launched, and I had it in a corner though.
Everybody rolled the windows.
Corner bag. Oh, it moved. I chucked it out the passenger window.
was beautiful.
It was further.
All right, so
All right, back to your question now.
Let's move on to just final
I mean,
thoughts.
what took you so long?
No, let's just move on.
No,
to
what was your
final
goddamn
thoughts.
fucking question?
My final thoughts, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I want to know what the question was.
You know what the question is.
Okay.
You
Is this the
already
question?
know. It is
Oh,
the question.
go for the question. Okay.
For your final thoughts, I want to know, because I already know what your craziest moment with
Oh. I don't know the story.
person or celebrity.
What's the craziest
might
moment
have
of your
been.
life?
Look,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of moments.
There has been a few.
I've encountered a lot of celebrities that I've had a ton of fun with.
That's right.
Partied with in hotels. Partied
bad.
with
Very nice. Very nice. Very hosted.
Partied with like out at like fancy like high class like restaurants. Had tons of fun doing that. Partied inside of the establishment in which they performed.
Well done.
Just kind of like went in the back and just. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah, okay,
I'm not
okay.
talking about
Yeah.
like with a lot of them. I'm talking
Yeah, yeah.
about it was like me, them, and like none of like it wasn't any of the employees. It was like me, you know.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah.
disclose why, but. But
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
But out of everything, out of all of your past,
But,
your
everything,
skeletons, dig something out that
easily.
you can tell us
we're not gonna dig it out. It's like it's easily
easily.
the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
Now I've heard this story. By the way,
And I can say, I know how
Yeah.
people feel when they're like preyed on, and you'll know what I mean by the end of the story. It's
I've heard this
terrifying.
story.
I don't know the story, but I know what it's about.
I cannot wait until we get Mark's reaction from this story.
okay.
All right, let him go, let him go.
We might get a little detailed.
Let's go ahead.
It's story
Let's go
time
ahead.
with Jimmy.
Let's go ahead.
All right, I'm trying to remember exactly where we were at, but anyway, we pulled up in front of a
You're in LA, right?
Yeah, I'm inside of LA. I'm in California. We drove a BMW out there. It was me and my buddy. I called him Hermes, but his name's Dan.
Hermes is fine.
And
We'll leave the name.
this other guy, Dave. Okay, so we drove out there in a BMW
Or we
cross
say
country. It was great. Well, we didn't include last name.
It's cool.
We didn't include that.
Smith. They're all Smith.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty common, white
Yeah,
privilege.
white car.
It's no longer white as a race. It's just white privilege. Anyways, that's way too political. Fuck you.
You drove out there in a BMW.
Good, yeah.
So I mean, it was great. It was awesome. It's the stick. We're hitting the highway. It was a great time. So anyway, we get out there. Los Felices, where we're staying. I want to say that we might be actually in Hollywood. I can't remember exactly where we were. But we're in front of a Hollister and another shop. I can't remember what it is. What is Larry? God, what the hell's the porn guy's name?
Are you talking about Ron Jeremy?
No, Larry,
not
the
Hugh
guy that did
Hefner.
Penthouse?
Yeah, the guy Penthouse. That's
Oh,
what. So
Larry
we're in like
Flint. Yeah, Larry Flint,
So we're
that's
like
it.
in front of like a Penthouse store.
I don't know how I know that. Yes, I do.
Proud of you.
Yes, I do. I do.
So we're in front of like a store like that. Now, immediately I get turned off because there's like a bunch of dildos and shit, like right in the very.
Not only that, but they're like
Right in the
they're
window.
like this thick.
Yeah, it's like
You know what I mean? Like this
it's like I
long.
immediately feel like my manhood's in question.
Yeah, you don't have like the,
Guys,
from the
I'm
first-
It's like out here, it's like this.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like a baby arm holding an apple. It's like,
so me and my one buddy Eichner, we decided to stay out. Okay.
all right.
Other friends of ours wanted to go in, and then there was a gas station there. So me and him went to the gas station. We got some supplements and supplies, what have you. We come back.
Geared up.
Yeah, we geared up. We tossed that shit in our threads. so we go and wait back in front of the store, and as we're waiting,
Sorry.
there's somebody at the ATM, and there's a guy sitting there, and I say to my buddy, I was like, "Kind of looks like Andy Dick, doesn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah, it does." And so Andy Dick looks right over at us, and confirmation it was him, FYI. So he looks right at us, and he says, "Sup, fellas?" So I was like, "Sup?" Again, and I just need to stress, like, this isn't out of the ordinary. I'm not like starstruck.
Yeah.
I see, like, Cedric the Entertainer, for instance. I've partied and hung out with him. He's a very intellectual
That sounds
human
like
being.
fun. Oh,
he
yeah.
is nothing
I'll
like
bet
he
he-
is on TV. Very, very smart
You
guy.
can't be dumb.
Yeah.
and do the shit they do. I'm sorry. Even Andy Dick
agree.
isn't a fucking idiot.
But Cedric is a very, very smart individual. But anyway.
With that being said, though, Andy Dick.
So I walk up to the car, same with my buddy. He's talking to us. I can't even remember exactly what happens, but other than him saying, he's like, "You guys want to smoke some weed?" And I was like, "All right."
No.
This is years ago.
Let me see that while you're talking.
Like,
this is about, we're talking about, what?
It's legal.
14, 15, 16 years ago, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
So, I open up the car door, and there's just tons of shit in there, like tons of merchandise from a store, and I can't remember what store it is. And I'm not talking about
his own merchandise.
And I'm talking about like a porn store, and like there's clothes, there's shoes, there's magazine covers. I mean, there's just shit all in the back, and it wasn't like it's been there for a while. It was clearly put there within either the day or the past few days. So I like hop in the car. My buddy is supposed to get in with me. I'm like pushing this shit over, and my buddy's like, "Well, there's no room," so he just like closes the car door like that, and so it drives off. Now I'm not worried whatsoever, other than the fact that the only person that knows where I'm staying, at where my way is, he's back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm worried about at this particular time.
At this point, right?
I have one, but unfortunately, it's somewhere around like 20%. But that's still not a big issue, and we'll get to that later on in the story. Yeah. Okay, so again, still not really worried. Driving through, just talking, asking questions. I found out the driver is Andy Dick's son. This is what I find out. He's right around my age. Pretty affable dude considering his father. Mm-hmm. And I have no quarrel saying that. Again, you'll find out later.
So you're what, like 19, 20 at this point, something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, 19, 20, yeah. So we're driving through and we get to West Hollywood. Okay, that's where we're staying. So we get out of his car. He's staying in like a high class apartment. Now the apartment is overlooking an elementary school, and again, we'll get to this later, but it's one of the creepiest things that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
So we get down. Now I might add, again, one of the worst experiences ever. The worst experience ever. But the sickest bar I might have ever seen in a home in my entire life. Okay,
I could believe that.
Like,
all right,
every drink has a roofie.
So yeah. What's your flavor?
Yeah, what do you want? Pina colada?
We're all gonna make you horny.
It's like, or pass out.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Either way, you're getting fucked.
Did you get fucked by Andy Dick?
No, thank God.
Cool. My man.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler.
Sorry.
I know we've been saying we'll get to it, but I'm gonna give you that one. All right.
My bad.
But anyway, so what the bar looked like? All right, so it had like a marble type granite top, really really nice. All right, on the and like had some kind of like glitter like effect. Ooh, fuck, glitter effect on the yeah. Hit your shit. Maybe not feel weird.
Mine don't work.
On the bar. Now the bottom of the bar was like the like those big thick glass windows you see in like garages. You know, like those.
Like glass block.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with lights behind it.
Yes,
I've been there.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like, how'd you think about the bathroom? I mean, it's ridiculous,
The
right?
drugs were incredible.
I mean, what you could find inside of the medical shelf.
Andy Dick has a whole drawer full of coke. I just want to say that.
Literally, like it's just like you think Scarface.
No kidding.
Second drawer to the right. It's pretty large.
Just pull it open and.
All
right, go ahead, please proceed.
But anyway, so there was like some of that, and there was like lights going on, like transition lights. But there was like a nice like wood like pad on the outside. I'm describing this bar because this is the most horrific thing. This is the only thing I fucking get that was pleasurable. Okay, so leave me alone.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, so we go to the bar and we sit down.
Every stool has a dildo on it.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, good.
But you know, asked if I want something to drink, and I was just like, you know, just a beer, because I'm not really trying to get fucked up. So
Right.
I'll take a roofie.
Gives me a beer, and my man doesn't even like do anything. He just like slides it in and just immediately gets the conversation. Like he is locked in. He doesn't want to drink at all.
He's got the eyes going
So
he wants your wiener.
now his son is still there at the time.
Son wants your wiener too.
So his son's, you know, I'll say that his son was a credible person. And again,
Maybe he doesn't.
you'll find out later. Not going to give you any more than the freebies.
No, go ahead. No spoilers.
Thank you.
But so we're okay. So we're sitting there. We're just BSing, and so then he says to his son, who has a medical card, he's like, "Hey, when does the shop close?" And he's like, "Oh, the one that we like is closing soon. If not, there's another one down the road. Like he said, like closing like an hour later. I'll just go there." So he drives out and he leaves, and Andy slithers up to the door and locks it. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And then he comes in. So the only way I could describe this chair is, you guys ever seen Dr. Evil sit in his teardrop chair before?
Yeah. I fucking hate that. Like the egg chair?
Yes. So just imagine that chopped in half, and the only part was the bottom half. It's like, you know, like sitting like this, all right?
Yeah.
So like he's talking, he's like getting comfortable, like sitting in it like this, and he's
I can picture all this.
Yeah, right.
He's saying,
think about this. Like
he's saying some like wild shit to me, like why am I out here? What am I doing? Like, do I have any aspirations to be inside of you know, like Hollywood or anything along those lines? And then I can't remember exactly how.
He was like going down the.
I would have looked at him and been like, I want to suck celebrities' dicks.
Can't
Just
remember,
see what he said.
right.
Just see what he said.
And then he started saying shit to me, like you're fucking beautiful, bro. Like, seriously, you're fucking beautiful. Like,
you are a good-looking man. I just want to say that. Yeah.
Thank you.
You always were.
Yeah.
I'm like semi-chub.
But he was fully.
I bet he was. I bet he was. I'll find out 2.5 inches of it.
But anyway, so I can't remember exact conversation. But the only thing I can remember is like he would say, "You're beautiful, bro," a lot, and it would like kind of like knock me off, and I'm like, "What, dude?" Yeah, and then like he would say it again, like I would want, like I wanted it. You know, it's like no, like I said that. I said that. What, dude? As in like what, dude? As in like what the fuck did you just say to me? Not that I just needed like for you to hit me with it again. Like, oh, thanks for the solid there.
Right.
Again, thank you, buddy.
But he said so anyway, at this time he's sitting in his chair like this, you know, like so, like
seductive.
So remember, this is like this, his like heads up here, his like feet are up on there, and he's like asking me, it's just like he was like, oh, he's like, so would you want to be in Hollywood? I was like, I mean, I was like, I don't want to like act or nothing. I was like, maybe like go through comedy or something like that, do something along those lines. Not to mind you, at the same time, I had one particular person, I'm not going to name drop, but I'm pretty sure you know, starts with an E.
Eminem.
Oh yeah.
I know.
No.
But it's a comedian.
Yeah.
But they were like taking me underneath their wing and wanted me to travel with them and what have you. So like they were grooming me to be stand-up comedy. So like that's what I was going with, just like saying that, and it was just like, would you suck my dick? Just like,
I'm sorry. What was that?
So I hit him with a
How much?
And again, for whatever reason, he figured that I needed reassurance from what he said.
Yeah.
So he said it a little bit louder and now touching his inner thigh.
Would you suck my dick?
Would you suck my dick? Like,
that's good. That's actually good.
What, dude?
Wow.
And
no, but you put it in my butt for $100,000.
So again,
I'm kidding.
So then he's just like,
luckily no one listens to this.
So then he's like talking about like, saying he's like, what if you just like are my assistant and maybe just like working in later, and then like we could work it in. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, nope. So my nope was not a like, I was saying no to that, not to what he means. Like I knew exactly what he meant. I didn't need clarification.
Right.
So he decided to describe to me in detail. I'm not gonna phrase it, but you can get the imagination.
I'm going to pull my dick
imagination
out and put it near your mouth.
So I was just like, I was like, no, dude. What the fuck?
Why?
So what's going through my head? So again, 19, 20-year-old kid. I'm pretty sure I was 19 or 18. Actually, not 19, 20. More towards, I'm thinking I was 19, maybe 18, but definitely 19.
Right, you're 19.
You were of age, is what you're saying.
And
nothing else matters other than that.
So like, Andy Dick is hitting on you in Hollywood, California, when you're from Pittsburgh.
So what I'm thinking is like $1 million lawyers against. What was the minimum wage at the time? $5.15, I think. Minimum wage.
$5.25,
$5.75, maybe.
Yeah, it's like. how's this gonna go down? It's like, it's like 19-year-old punk fucking levels Andy Dick inside of his house.
Yeah.
No, you just leave at that point. You don't hit Andy Dick.
So,
you don't hit Andy Dick.
So anyway,
unless you plan to kill him.
Some of the most uncomfortable 15 minutes of my life.
Oh, I'm sure.
At this point, he does go to the bar and starts to get himself some beverages.
Did he pull his dick out at any point?
He's asking if I if porn would make it better, if that would help me get hard, and I'm like,
I'd have been like, unless you have titties and a vagina, it's not gonna work.
So anyway, at this point, I'm like, give me a second. So and he graciously gives me a second, and now that I realize, he probably thinks that I'm contemplating.
Maybe. I'd have.
So
just to pull his chain, I'd be like, how much you offering?
I call my buddy, the one that drove us down to where at the infamous store where we met.
Yeah.
So
I don't like dude.
I call him, and I'm like, hey man, down in West Hollywood with Andy Dick.
Andy Dick wants to suck your dick.
Wait.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, we're down in I'm down at West Hollywood with Andy Dick. You need to come get me. The literal word, you need to come get me.
Capital letters.
Not hey man, can you come get me? Like I was like, you need to come get me.
Yeah.
Call me a motherfucking taxi.
His response, I don't know, man. It's starting to get a little bit dark. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to drive in the dark. My response, are you fucking serious, dude?
Andy Dick's going to rape me.
And he was like, yeah, man. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to drive in the dark. It gets pretty dark and I'm not able to see very well.
Escaping.
This was before Uber for all you people that don't understand what that means.
Call it like a taxi,
No, you could call a taxi, but there was no Uber, there was no app. You could do it quietly. You'd have to be like, "Hello, taxi." Actually, I think we might have had pagers at this point.
So whenever he slithers up to me and starts talking aggressive in his sexual nature again, is whenever I just got up and I was like, "Yo, I'm out. I'm out." So I got up and I unlocked the door, got out again, called my friend, and reiterated, "You need to come get me." I was like, I'm outside of fucking Andy Dick's fucking house. I was like, I'm fucking somewhere inside of West Hollywood, outside of a elementary school right now.
Right.
I was like, I don't know where the fuck I am other than that, but it's like, I'll give you street names. I was like, you have GPS. This isn't gonna be hard to locate me, okay? So again, I don't know. It's dark,
is he
man.
openly gay, or is he bi, or is he? I thought he was married at one point.
Well, apparently he must be bi, because on the I forgot the detail on the ride over there. He was aggressively talking about putting his penis inside of some lady on the phone with some lady.
He must be bi then. I thought he was married to a woman.
So, he does have a son. That doesn't.
Then he definitely had sex with a woman, or put sperm in a woman's stomach.
But anyway,
the woman is the moon
we're
vault.
off topic.
Anyway, so
yeah, I kind of agree.
So his son comes back and must seen a look of just straight
Sheer
terror
yeah.
on my face, and he was just like, he's like, we need to go, we need to get you home, and I was like, yep.
Oh, my man took you home.
Yep. But unfortunately,
Andy Dick knows where you lived.
He said, "I'm coming." Like,
he thought he was getting roadhead.
Please don't.
Yeah. Did you sit in front and he sat in back?
No.
Oh.
I sat in back and him and his son sat in front.
Okay, well that's all, as long as Andy's not in the same row as you.
So we drive and I tell him where to take me because I knew I was on I'm not going to say it, so I knew I was on a particular boulevard. All right.
Sunset?
It's no.
Rodeo.
No.
Let's try.
It's still pretty known. Like if you say enough, you might be able to guess it. But
just stop.
But
you're not gonna guess it.
But anyway,
I
he was
just
like,
two I know.
Just like
it's only two I know. I was literally like sitting there like, I don't know any other names.
We go, and I would go to this one particular gas station that I would always walk to each morning. Which, if you ever been in LA, like an LA block is not a Pittsburgh block. It's
oh no, it's like 100 miles.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking large. So like anybody that might be watching this in California, be like, what do you mean it's not that big? It's like
you can't see the end of the block.
Yeah, it's like you have no idea. So anyway, I have them drop me off caddy corner. Oh, that's another one, a Pittsburgh word. That's one
caddy
right
corner.
there.
Caddy corner.
Caddy
yeah,
corner.
That's
good
a good one.
Yeah. And the Pittsburgh left.
Yeah. So they had me so they dropped me. So caddy corner is like diagonal, and it's like if the thing's here, it's like over there.
It's the opposite corner.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's caddy corner.
Yeah.
But
is it CADDY or CATTY?
Whatever.
That fucking matters.
I never spelled it, but anyway. So I knew there was an apartment complex because again I visited this. I was out there for 2 weeks. At this point, maybe a little over a week. So I visited this place quite often. I was getting smokes and shit when I still smoked. So I knew there was an apartment building over there. So they had me dropped off. I went and I started going up into the door. I opened up the door and like at that point they started driving off. So they left, and I let go of the handle and I sprinted as fast as you fucking can. Like Yuzurian Bolt might have had a challenge that day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of homeless people in LA.
Oh yeah.
And so
I'm not laughing at that.
At nighttime, there's a lot. They'll come out and kind of just like, and I'm not hating at all. They're picking on garbage, just trying to survive. You know, they're just trying to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No harm. Yeah.
Yeah, they're literally harmless. So they see this fucking 19-year-old white boy, literally, like I said, Yuzurian Bolt.
Forrest Gumping it.
Just you know what I mean? And I've got some of these strangest looks I've ever gotten in my entire life, like just dipping as fast as I can down. And at one point, I think if you would have gave me the proper drift and lift, like I probably could have took off.
Now you're still waiting for your boy to even come and get you.
No. That ship has sailed. Clearly, he's stressed that he cannot come and get me.
Wow.
Because it gets worse. So anyway, I'm like I said, I'm hauling fucking ass. And so I finally get to the apartment and I get in and I open up the door and I'm like, I see the one dude, I'm like, fuck you. You see the other dude that was like talking on the phone that said like whenever I was like, was anybody else driving? He was just like, fuck that, I'm not driving. I was like, fuck you. It's just like, I was like, you have no idea what the fuck I just experienced back there.
Oh my god.
I was like, you gonna come and fucking get me? Because it's fucking getting dark? I was like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? It's like, I told you, I needed you, bro. I needed you to come and get me. Like, this
right.
Like I couldn't stress, and I wasn't very explicit in this thing, but I couldn't stress enough on how much I fucking needed you to come and get me. And you told me it was dark out? Like, bro, like it was fucking dark outside is the reason why you couldn't fucking come and get me? His response to me was like, I could've wrecked, bro. It's like, you gotta,
call me a taxi.
So
you know what I mean? Like, dude, those are shitty people.
So anyway, he's all dressed up, and so is the other guy that I was bitching at. About 10 minutes later, he's like, yeah, so we're going to the club. We might be back around 4 or 5 in the morning. I was like, so you're driving there?
No, it's dark though. I might have to slash your tires just to make sure you don't drive. Wow. Good God.
The look on their face. He's like, yeah, it's only 10 minutes away. I was like, so you're driving there? You are?
In the dark.
Inside of the dark that you can't come and get me.
That's why you're not friends with him anymore.
Yeah. This is why.
Tell you what.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, it wasn't that instance. But anyway,
next time.
So there was this other guy.
Good. I'm sorry.
So his brother is one of the guys that I came out with. His brother felt super bad for me. I can't remember this dude's name, but he lived in the apartment complex, and he felt super bad for me too. And I helped him kill the scariest fucking cockroach I've ever seen in my entire life.
They carry guns.
It came out of its fucking bathroom. It was just this big. It was, but anyway.
Yeah, remember the camera.
So he called up his boy Mindbender to get some pot. This boy miner was like, yeah, dude, no problem. I got you. Meet me at the Staples Center at 4 a.m. It's like,
that sounds shady as fuck.
It's like,
really?
I'd have been, how about like a Walmart parking lot at like
anywhere.
10.
Literally
You know?
anywhere.
it's 10 p.m. So
6 hours?
So he was like, well, let me hit my boy Anthony up. He's like, my boy Anthony, he's like, he runs the shop. See if you got anything at home. He usually does.
6 hours?
So he calls his boy Anthony. Boy Anthony doesn't pick up immediately. There's this one dude there that clearly sold pot, but would not sell it to anybody but this other one dude. I can't remember. I was cool as shit with him too. Down in the other apartment building. Like, he would bring in, seriously, I'm not shitting you, jars like this, like fucking like that, just filled. And my buddy even said to him,
5-gallon water containers.
Yeah, my buddy even said to him whenever he asked him, he was like, yo, can I buy something? He's like, nah, man, I don't sell. And he was like, that's a smokestack? Is exactly what he said to him. And he was just like,
yeah.
so, but he definitely sold it to the dudes. I can't remember who he was. But so we called him up, and again we got that, you know, I can't sell banter. So that boy Anthony ends up calling. Oh, I remember his name was Cody, bro. So he calls him back, and he told him, he was just like, yeah, I'm not home right now. I'm at my boy's house, but if you guys want to roll down, he's like, we're just kind of chilling, smoking, shooting some pool, playing some cards. It's like not really anything big. It's just me and like 2 or 3 other boys. He's like, if you guys want to roll through, that's cool. He's like, just throw down some money and, you know, you just take apart whatever. And I was like, that sounds great, you know?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And like,
good times.
Like, where we at? And he was like, oh, we're I think we're in the hills, if I remember at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Beverly Hills. I might have been, but it wasn't very big. It was very, very low class compared to the rest of Beverly Hills, because me and my brother drove through it when I lived with him when he lived there.
All right.
But so we go up, and pretty nice spot, like all ranch, all one level, much bigger than what it looks like when you actually take a look at it outside. So we get there, we call up his boy Anthony, and lets us in. We're kind of BSing, like having a good time, like everything was chill. Like I didn't feel like creepy when I walked in, like I was about to get raped, you know?
Right.
So as so we party a lot. I mean, we're having drinks. The host,
right?
The dude had some sick Cypress Hill vibes. Like, he was real chill. Everybody that was there was real chill. Like even playing poker. You know what I mean?
Are we still at Andy Dick's?
No, we left Andy Dick. Thank God. Thank
this
God.
This is that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the same night though. This is how my boy Cody made it up to me.
Okay.
So you get how cool this chill spot is.
Wait.
So anyway, like I roll and I lick the correct adhesive end, and and so this dude's saying he's like, yo man, he's like, hey, this dude rolls the rest of the night, man. You know, it's like nobody else but him. He's like, that's the dude right there. So I started just taking care of business and what have you. And like I said, it was real cool. We're chilling at an actual like fucking poker table. We got fucking like nice wide area.
Right.
We're all hanging out. We got like
Big
snacks
space.
and shit. There's fucking beers, whatever you want. Oh shit, there's a fucking like mini fridge over there. You can get whatever you want out of there. Nice little open area. You can sit down and fucking play some pool, watch some TV. Like real nice and chill. I think there was a pool outside, but I didn't give a fuck about that.
Who was this person that told you to roll all night?
So this person that told me to roll all night was I don't know if you guys ever heard him. His name was Be Real.
Yeah.
From Cypress Hill.
No, yeah, it's the Cypress Hill vibe, huh?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this the whole time. Like the whole time I'm looking at him, thinking, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? You know, it's like,
bro,
like I'm inside of like a clearly multi-million-dollar home. Like I'm not inside of some
hood house.
Like clearly. But it was a real chill night. And whenever we left, is whenever I knew, because he was like, so what did you guys think about B-Roll's crib? And I was like, dude, I knew it.
I knew that guy.
But
so the moral of the story, kids, is if you're about to get fucked by Andy Dick, chances are you're going to end up with Be Real.
But yeah, you just call him B.
You got to put that in perspective for like today's standards, because you said that was what, like 14, 15 years ago. Something like that?
Like I said, I'm 34 now.
That's hard.
We'll just roll with the number 19.
All right, so
15 years ago.
15 years ago, we'll go with
2006.
Man, I don't even know who you would go with now. Like, who would?
All right, so you're about to go to Britney Spears and get ass raped by Britney Spears,
and like a comedian.
But Justin Bieber, no, he's not cool though. He's not like Be Real.
Honestly, we're about to get asked for Britney Spears to be like, look, I'm not saying take one for the team, but you should film it.
I totally, yeah. So, all right, I have a final thought before we end this thing. It is Catty Corner, Catty, also known as Kitty. You said you didn't care, but now you fucking know, and your life is better. You're welcome.
How you say Southside?
I go down to the south side.
How you say
South side.
Southside.
South side. South side. South side. There's no TH. South side. South side.
Yeah, that's where I work.
Let's go down to the south side.
Hey, welcome to episode...
No, don't welcome. We'll see you guys later.
Look, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for listening
Andy
and
Dick
watching.
wants his dick.
He does.
He wants it in the worst way. Get
different
in
ways.
Andy Dick into Andy Dick.
If you're into that kinky shit, he'll love it.
He might like furries.
I mean, I'm not
sure
going to say I'm not into kinky
about his
shit.
penis is getting touched.
Here's the best part about this show is nobody is listening to this part of the show. So we can say whatever the fuck we want. I'll tell you what. If you comment, he'll suck your dick.
No, that's not true. I have a girlfriend that I love very much.
He'll suck your dick.
He will. All right, he loves his wife, but he'll still do it.
Big Bird will suck your dick. I'm not doing it.
But
I'll tell you, if you comment, we'll give you something.
Mark will suck your dick.
The fucking chair. I'm not sucking your dick. Andy Dick will suck your dick.
He might suck your dick.
I'm hashtagging this Andy Dick.
LOUDdispatch,
everybody.
Have a good one.
LOUDdispatch.
Jimmy C.
Good L.